Hi everybody, it's Maha Al Musa here, and we are on day 5 of Why Belly Dance Birth. And today's topic is about how can you stay focused and anchored in your body during labor to use the belly dance birth through the contractions, or as I like to call them, expansions or rhythms of birth. So that's the topic for today. But before we start, I'd also like to invite you, if you have been thinking about buying my video series during this birthday flash sale. I'm going to be 56 next Wednesday in a few days, and until that date you can purchase my video Dance of the Womb for a very, very special price of US $40. So I'll leave the link here for you if you are interested in buying that, and it's a savings of $49 US. So today I'd like to talk to you about how you can stay anchored in your body during labor and use the movements of the belly dance birth through, as I mentioned, the contractions, or as I like to say, expansions of birth. Now remember from what we've talked about that your body needs to be open when we're giving birth. We need to be expanded, we need to be flexible, we need to be surrendered and soft. And in my body birth program we talk about melting and softening and opening. We can't birth a baby if our bodies are closed and constricted and restricted. So what's also very important is during those rhythms of labor, and we're talking more in the first stage of labor and the active part of first stage, rather than lying on our backs and being constricted through the pelvis and the sacrum and the coccyx, we need to open up that pelvis to create room for our baby to move down onto the cervix. So what's really important about the embodied birth and belly dance birth is that you as the mother are feeling into your body. You are connecting with your baby, connecting to that womb wisdom we've spoken of, and listening to your body speak. Now you can't listen to your body speak when you are feeling tense and fearful and uptight. We have a saying, birth upright, not uptight. So that's a beautiful thing to remember with the belly dance birth movements, because when we can surrender and soften in labor through those contractions, opening the body, expanding into the expansions. So the uterus contracts, but the body emotionally, energetically, physically needs to expand and open up. So the basic movement that we teach in belly dance birth is the circle movement. Now there are many variations of the circle movement, but one of the ones that works really well during the rhythms of birth, as the uterus contracts, the body needs to open. You need to welcome, not resist the labor. So what we do is, if we are in an upright position with our knees slightly bent and we are leaning forward, so you might lean against a chair, you might lean over your partner, you might stand against the wall, even if you're leaning up against the bed. Okay, the main thing is that you're upright and leaning forward. Now what this does is it expands and opens the pelvis, so the sacrum will lift up at the back and the hip bones will move out with that action of the weight bearing of the legs. So you are in a forward leaning position. And because you've been doing these movements during your pregnancy, in the prenatal period, you're very familiar with these movements of the belly dance birth, the basic circle movement. So what we can do, as we feel that uterus is contracting, breathing and moving, so we begin to circle our hips, circling, big, deep circles of the hips, okay, and the pelvis. So we are opening, expanding, welcoming the uterus contractions, opening the body, breathing, making sounds. So I'm not in resistance, I'm not holding on, I'm not closed up, I'm expanded, I'm opening, and I am welcoming the rhythms, my labor, feeling my baby, connecting to my baby, breathing, making sounds, letting go. Now it's really important to learn how to let go, to not feel inhibited, to not feel closed up, but open. So I'm moving with, not against, the contractions of the uterus, expanding. Okay, so that is the very, very, very basic movement of belly dance birth. The circle movement, the expanded circle movement. Upright, leaning forward, hips open, pelvis is relaxed, released through the sound and the breath. Okay, connecting with baby, creating space in the pelvis for baby to move down and into the pelvic cavity. Feeling as the mother, what is going on in my body? Expanded, flexible, open, not restricted and closed. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you today. Being focused and anchored in the body, how you can move through the contractions or expansions as I call them. So don't forget, if you are interested in purchasing my video series Dance of the Womb, we have it on special this week for $40 US. There will be a link in this video so you can sign up and receive the code for the special price until the 5th of September. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for day 6 as we continue on into why belly dance birth, and this section is in labour. So thank you so much for listening. Wishing you all a beautiful day and blessings and namaste. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.